Hi students, I am once again back with yet another video exclusively meant for class 11 economics. So in my previous video we discussed about the subject, about the syllabus, marking, division and 2-3 important concepts. So in continuation to that, here it is my second video for class 11. So the chapter number is 1 and the name of the topic is Introduction. Activity. What is activity? Activity can be classified into two. One is economic activity, the other one is non-economic activity, right? Economic activities are those activities which generate money or which generate income to a particular individual or to a particular unit. Economic activities are those activities which generate income, production, consumption, distribution, they are all called economic activity. Non-economic activity. Non-economic activity are those activities which are basically done for pleasure. We won't get any money or any income in return after doing the non-economic activity. It gives us a pleasure which cannot be measured, you can say, in terms of money. For example, if I am a singer and singing songs in my hall or in my drawing room, it gives pleasure to me, but it does not generate income to me. Such activities are known as non-economic activity. So, economic activity and non-economic activity. There are two types of activities. Economic activities, in simple words, you can say economic activities are those activities which are done for generating income. Non-economic activities are those which are done for pleasure. Now, while discussing or while entering into the topic, we should know some basic ideas or concepts rather. And one of the most important is scarcity. What is scarcity? It is a limited availability of a commodity. Any commodity which is available in limited quantity, that state of situation is known as scarcity. Okay, scarcity is a situation where your demand is more than supply. Okay, so you want more, but the available commodity of that particular commodity rather is very less. So such a situation is known as scarcity. Now coming to statistics. Statistics means quantitative information. Simply put, what is the definition? If anybody asks you what is the definition of statistics, statistics means quantitative information. Any information which is in quantitative form, that can be called as statistics. But statistics basically can be defined into two senses. Number one, singular sense. Number two, plural sense. In both the senses we can define statistics. Let us first define statistics in singular sense. While defining singular sense, we should see what is the main essence of that definition. Statistics in singular sense is a science of statistical methods. There are many methods which we call statistic method, and those methods in combination is called statistics in singular sense. Once again I repeat, singular sense. The definition of statistics in singular sense, it means science of statistical methods. Science of statistical methods. There are many methods. When we discuss all those methods and all those methods in combination, it's called statistics in singular sense. What are those methods? Collection of data. Okay, the collection of data, that is one of the methods, how you collect the data. Then organization of data. After collecting the data, how do you organize? These are the methods which we should know. Then presentation of data. After organizing the data, how we should present the data. And then analysis of data. After that, when collection is over, organization is over, presentation of data is over, then we will analyze the data. Entire data comes to you, then you start analyzing. There are also certain tips by which we can analyze the data. And then finally, interpretation of data. Then finally, after analyzing the data, we can come to a conclusion. By the given data, we can come to know what is the problem, where does the problem lie, how should we solve those problems, what is the basic cause of such problems. All we can interpret, and accordingly we can formulate policies. So these are the 5 methods which come under singular sense while defining statistics. Now, when you define statistics in plural sense, it refers to information in terms of numbers or numerical data. Any data which comes to you in numerical form or in numbers or in numerical data, that is known as statistics in plural sense. Basically, when data comes to you, what should be the elements rather of that particular data? The data which comes to you in numerical or in numbers, they are all aggregate of facts. Number one, they are all aggregate of facts. All the facts are added and that aggregate of facts are put into the data. Then it has a reasonable accuracy. Okay, the plural sense, when we define statistics in plural sense, we should assume that there is a reasonable accuracy. Then it is of course numerical expression of data. These are the basic features, you can say, of statistics in plural sense. Numerical expression, all the data, whatever data we have, if that is numerically expressed, that comes under statistics plural sense. Then predetermined purpose. When we collect certain data, there should always be a goal or an objective what for we are collecting the data. That is known as predetermined purpose. And the data which is collected in systematic manner, the data which is collected in systematic manner, if all these features are there, then it becomes a data in numerical expression, and that is known as statistics in plural sense. So statistics can be divided into 2 parts, singular sense and plural sense. Singular sense we discussed, it is a science of statistical method, and plural sense, it refers to information in terms of numbers or numerical data. That means the following features will make the data numerical, and it comes under plural sense. And here all 5 statistical methods: collection of data, organization of data, analysis of data, presentation of data, and interpretation of data. These all things we will discuss in due course of time when we move into the other chapters. Rather, the same chapter introduction you might have observed, collection, presentation, all these are there. That we will discuss in the next, you can say, in the next session. Now, functions of statistics. That means, what are the functions of statistics? Why we should study statistics? In what way statistics help government, business, economy, all other socio-economic aspects. So what are the functions of statistics? Number one, quantitative expression of economic problem. There are so many economic problems, like what to produce, how to produce, for whom to produce, distribution, division, all so many economic problems are there. Those all economic problems are put in quantitative form, and then we will be able to understand the problem in better manner. So first function of statistics is it is a quantitative expression of economic problem. All economic problems are put into economic or rather quantitative expression. Now, construction of economic theory. Economists, they study the statistics, they interpret the available data, and then accordingly they will construct economic theories, which will be in latter stage very helpful for the development of a nation. Economic forecasting. By studying the available data, the data which is in quantitative form, the economists can foresee what is going to happen to the economy in the days to come. They can easily foresee and they can forecast, and that will help the government to take necessary steps to see that those economic problems, if problems are there at all, then so that they can cope up with that. Or if any good things are to be weighted, then it's good for the government, because there is an economic forecasting that the economy is going to be better, or our GDP will raise. All this, if any such kind of forecasting helps the government to understand the consequences of the economic activities which are expected to be coming in the future, and accordingly they can set right the things so that the economy sustains with a vibrant economy. Now, working out cause and effect relationship. Economists, they study the available statistics and they find out the relationship between cause and effect. What has happened, why it has happened, and what is the basic cause, and how it is going to affect the Indian economy. So statistics helps the economists to working out a relationship between cause and effect and understand the available scenario so that things can be mended or things can be set right in favor of vibrant economy. Now, economic equilibrium. What is economic equilibrium? It is a situation where producer should get the maximum benefit. Whatever he produces, he should get maximum benefit, and at the same time the consumer should be able to achieve the maximum satisfaction, and whatever he spends, that should be worth of him, or worth of it rather. So this kind of situation where both producer and consumer should be in benefit, consumer should spend, or whatever he spends, he should get the maximum satisfaction out of it, and producer, whatever he produces, he also finds maximum profits. So such a situation can be created with the help of statistics, and accordingly this situation can be brought where both producer and consumer are happy. So such a situation is known as economic equilibrium, and that can be brought about by statistics only. And if we study statistics and we can understand the perspective of the available data, then this situation can be attained. So these are the basic functions of statistics. Number one, I repeat, quantitative expression of economic problem. Number two, construction of economic theories. Number three, economic forecasting. Number four, working out cause and effect relationship. Number 5, formulation of policies. Number 6, economic equilibrium. Okay, so this is what we discussed a bit of the first chapter. In the next video we will go to another topic and we will see that the entire topic can be covered in 4-5 sessions, and that will be helpful for you. If you go through all my videos right from the first one, you will understand the first chapter very effectively. Till then, goodbye. Thank you very much.